Hello, and welcome to another episode of the ADLR Podcast. We got Brian doing a weird face, and we got Randall hiding behind the curtain.
So
There you go. All right. Anyway, new week, new stuff to talk about. Mostly music this week. A lot of music stuff this week. So, and then hype music for next week too. You know, shoot. Anywho, yeah, this is recording after first weekend of Coachella that I actually got to sit down day 1 and day 3 and watch a good chunk of it. I didn't get to watch all the sets I wanted to watch, which I'll just probably watch it like Friday before the weekend 2 starts. But yeah, I never sat down and actually watched it before. I know there was always like live on YouTube and stuff, and I saw the lineup. I'm like, I know a lot of these people that are going on. I wanted to check them out how they were online and how they mixed it too. So it looks like they did a mixture of the live perform like what comes through the live mics, and then I guess the song that they mixed for the performance. Like the DJ, like whatever the DJ has like outputting out to the speakers and stuff, I guess they route that as well. It sounded great. Like a lot of the artists on there, like they'll start off the set weird because I guess they haven't tuned it to what they are sounding like against the audience and the music and stuff. So by the end of the set, though, it sounds great. Uh, Shout out to Omar Apollo. His set was awesome. I've been Stables last night. His was awesome. Uh, Close to I saw a bunch of new bands too. I'll get to those in a minute. I think so. I didn't see anybody set on Saturday. I didn't see the Weekends. I didn't see Doja. I didn't see Megan Thee Stallion. I missed all the big ones because they were late night. They were late night, and I wasn't awake because it's 3 hour difference. So if you wanted to watch the headliners of any night, you'd be up to like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 3 a.m.
Who does that?
Right. And I had work today, so I couldn't watch the Weekend and Swedish House Mafia. So I'll have to watch that over the weekend and get hype over it. Anywho, yeah, I think the best that I saw was Fred again. Fred again had a set on there.
That's my guy, man.
Brian, no, his set was vibes. Like it was really good. I don't know if it was his first time at Coachella, but man, it was like I think it was because like when he tried to sing, his like shaky voice, and he was like, damn, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my shaky voice. And then he kept mentioning like, a year to the date he releases his first album. So I'm like, oh shit. It was like all the camera work, everything was like that. His theater was packed, dude. And every time those songs came on, you can already guess what they ended with, right, Brian? Like,
Brian did with the one that samples Ariana Grande, the newer one. Or no, what is it?
Loving Arms.
Oh, that's my. And
He
That's my shit.
Yeah, and he ended it with it. And what he was doing is like on the back end, he played the video samples that he got it from. So they would video DJ in the back. So you'll see the same person say the same thing, like cut to and stuff. And I'm like, his set was really dope. Who else did we see that was awesome? I saw Arcade Fire, which was really cool. I never heard of them before, but they fucking rock. Who else did we see? It was a bunch. I was flipping through because they had like
archives are on the YouTube.
I think so. I'm gonna have to
watch Fred. I didn't know Fred was there.
Like the lineup was pretty good. Like you also missed a bunch of Baby Keems was on there, and bruh, I'm telling you, like
He did it again.
Yeah, he did and did it. Yeah, it was really cool. There was a lot on Saturday. Was pure like I think like stage 2 or channel the YouTube. There's like 3 different live streams going on, and they're happy to catch what's happening in different tents. So they schedule some on there. You can see the YouTube schedule of who they're gonna actually put on screen. Saturdays, the one that I missed for the most part was a bunch of hip hop artists that I'm like, damn, I should have, but I didn't catch it. Yeah, I might have missed someone, but the big ones that caught my eye were like Vince, Omar's, Red again. I think that's still my favorite so far until I see, Doja's or Megan the Stallions or whatever. But
Who else was there? I didn't even know it was this weekend.
Well, that was only the first week, so there. I think some are. So, oh, Run the Jewels was on. Awesome set too. What was I gonna say? That was the first weekend. I don't know if the same bands come up the second weekend or not, but the same groups. I'll have to check once the schedule's up, or maybe it's already up, and I just have to go double check. But yeah, I'm excited to check out the next weekend again to see some of. If they do have the recurring bands, then I might check the ones that I missed.
I would love to go to a festival IRL.
That shit was dope.
It would be
Just
sad, and Brian's luck is the year that pandemic started. 2020 was the year Frank Ocean was headlining, and they canceled it.
but it was yeah, but it was canceled. So I mean that's good and bad, right? Like bad because you didn't get to go, but then when he feels good enough to get back on the stage, that means he's coming back. So you'll know he's coming for that next Coachella, right? Or I'm sorry, was it Coachella? Is that what you
I don't
said?
remember if it was Coachella or Bonnaroo. I
Oh,
don't remember which one it was, but I think it was Coachella. I would love to go to a festival. If it's one with Frank's at, that would be a great first.
oh, Billy was on another headliner for Saturday. I didn't see it. Billy Eilish.
Eyelash.
Yeah.
I saw a bit of. I think it was her at Coachella. No, it was something else. There's a video of her performing somewhere, and then someone threw a bra at her, and she started dancing with the bra.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That checks out. But yeah, shout out to those. I just want to do that quick. I had to type it in the docs. So I don't forget, and I don't know how I would forget because most of my Friday and the later part of my Sunday. So it was
I'm
dope.
happy for Fred again.
Like it was dope. He had like a friend to mix the sound as well named Tony. Too hype. Maybe not the word. He was doing a lot. Like his energy was up there, and I'm like, I think I understand why your name is Anthony, right? That man was doing a lot of energy there.
But
But
you said
yeah,
his name was Tony, right?
yeah.
That could be Antonio.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, definitely if there's a VOD, go check out Fred's. Like it was just so cool.
Let me see.
It should be day one. I'm sorry, day three on channel two or something like that. Cause okay, so it's set up with three different live
An
streams.
hour.
Yeah, like everyone.
Someone
Yeah,
recorded it.
it's about four. Everyone had like 40 to an hour, 40 minutes, to like an hour sets. I would recommend like look through the schedule and see who you want to check out that you missed. I still have a bunch I missed because it was too late for me to watch or just I accidentally skipped it. Like it passed by. It was really cool. But yeah,
I
shout
have
out
to
to
listen
him.
to it, but I'm playing the song in my head up, it playing
I
right
thought you
now.
played. I thought you played it, and like when you did that, I thought you played it and then just skipped to the end. And I'm like, Brian, you missed everything.
No, he's if we did awards in this show, I would say the most refreshing artist find last year is probably Fred.
Like there's people, there's cut. They always cut to like the people, and there's some drops and some like samples they use. There's people crying in the audience, just vibing, dude. Like it's really cool. And he doesn't just play it, like he has his sampler there and he like recreates like the song and like and he changes it and he does work there. It's really cool, man. Shout out to his set. I missed Disclosure and Flume as well.
A disclosure would have been
Yeah, I gotta rewatch Disclosure as well. Hopefully he's coming. I have to double check the schedule, but if they're all back for this weekend, I gotta make sure I check them out.
their YouTube channel is just Coachella.
Yes. And you know who's hosting?
Hmm.
Remember Joe K
Oh,
from Selection? Yeah, he's up there. He was co-hosting with I don't know the lady who was there. I think her name was Angie or something like that. She's
oh,
apparently
Angie Martinez.
no, or was it?
She's from like heavy New York accent.
No,
Huh?
might have gotten the name wrong completely, right? But
Oh,
they mentioned that she was there like near the beginning of Coachella, if that makes sense. So maybe I'm right. I forgot a lot of. Oh, there was a band called Still Woozy They had some pretty cool tracks. There's a bunch of others that we caught, and they were just vibes, dude. It was dope. Even
21 Savage
virtual.
did bank account live.
Say again.
21 Savage did bank account.
21 Savage was there, and I missed that one. That was on Saturday, I think.
The Marias were there.
I missed that one too. Yeah, I wanted to watch. I wanted to catch them, but something else was playing at the same time that I wanted to watch.
Daniel Caesar is probably good. Jid did surround sound. Disclosure did latch
Yeah,
live.
nice. Those are stuff. I mean, don't spoil it for me, Ron. Right? Like, there's a bunch of those artists I haven't seen, so I'm gonna rewatch it before the next. Before they go live on Friday night. Since it's like 3 hour difference, like they start at 8, like 7 or 8 p.m. here, so it's like fuck, dude. And the live stream like shows like it's like burning hot outside, and you're like here in Florida, just like it's dark out, and you're like, we're not living the same thing you're living right now. But the energy's there. It's awesome. Can't wait to see what Weekend 2 has. And I don't know if all the festivals do this, but if they are, dude, I'm gonna start just like making a note to keep watching. Like, if
Diablo Anthony.
what happened?
Giveon performed.
He had a set. I don't remember him on the schedule. Did he come up?
It says Giveon and then watch on the Coachella live stream and him singing.
Oh, then I think he had a set. I didn't even see him. Did it say what day? And
At the video that's called that was posted a day ago. I don't know.
oh, then it might have been yesterday. It might have been Sundays. Sundays had a lot of good people too.
Yeah.
Did you catch any of the stuff, Randall? The Coachella sets? I'm sure you must have heard it because I had it on on the living room, and I had it pretty, loud, I guess. Right.
Yeah, I had headphones on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I caught it.
Nice. Oh, you didn't put it on your dock, Randall, but I heard Bad Dream playing in your room. Did you hear the whole Cannons album or just Bad Dream?
Well, I heard the album before. I just happened to be playing it.
Oh, okay. The slaps, right? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Told you, dude. That shit is like right up your alley. Anywho, Brian, did you end up listening to Cannons and forgot to put it on here or no?
No, I don't even remember how to spell it. It's just like cannons as in like a cannon?
Yeah.
But plural?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Fever Dreams, the name of the album?
Yep.
How long is this?
Like 40 minutes, I think? Or am I wrong?
I clicked it, but it's not. 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one thing I love about it, it's consistent. And I checked their previous albums, so I don't know if I don't know if you've deep dove into them, but I've already listened to all 3 of their projects. Consistent. Like, I don't know if you'll get tired of it, but it's that 80s synthwave, like, not synthwave, but like 80s, that night drive, that Kavinsky type of vibe, right? Is there. They do a great job of it. And that's me gushing over stuff I already talked about last week. But this week, I already mentioned Omar Apollo because I saw him. What was awesome, that I listened to the album like a week ago, and then I got to see him do it live, right? So, man, that boy can sing. So shout out to Omar Apollo. Ivory is the album that we're gonna be in question here. Brian, what are your thoughts on Ivory?
Let me pull it up for my city for my city. Put on
Tamagotchi.
Have you guys ever thought about going to Coachella?
Yeah, Brian talked about going to a festival just now. He wants to.
Okay.
He mentioned going to. You said it was Coachella for Frank Ocean, Brian?
I'm pretty sure the year that this pandemic started, Randall, it was the year that Frank Ocean was gonna headline.
All right, so I
think I
just
canceled.
I want to
Preface. Hello?
I want to hit you with
Oh,
something real quick. I've never I wouldn't mind going to Coachella, but I think my most interest has always been Ultra.
Oh man.
oh, because you like the EDM. You like the EDM more than,
Not that I like it more. I just
or am I getting that mixed up?
as far as lists is concerned, like the festivals that I mean, I would like to go to Coachella, but um, Ultra has always been like if I wanted to go on a journey of hitting festivals, Ultra was like where I would want to start.
Is that only in Miami, or is it or does it move around?
So far, I've known it to only be in Miami.
Oh,
But back to Brian. So check this out. Now this was this information was taken in 2015. Okay.
what do you mean it was
So it
taken? I'm
says,
sorry.
huh?
What do you mean it was taken in 250? What do you mean by that?
The statistics were taken in 2015.
Gotcha. I don't know the stats. I think it's info.
Okay. So
Hit me with it.
my of course my mouse just died. Hold up.
Do you have rechargeable batteries, or is it like one of those you just connect with the USB?
It's wireless, so I'm just plugging it up. Okay, so a general admit a general admission ticket to Coachella set a concert goer back 375. That's in 2015.
That's not that bad. You get both
But
weekends.
access, huh?
Is
Hold on,
that
hold
is
on.
that one day, the whole weekend,
Just
or
stay out. Back, but access to VIP area comprised of shaded areas, picnic tables, couches, extra restrooms, food and beverage vendors, and full cash bar costs an extra 524.
oh, you're not talking about that? You're not saying 24 cents.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
An 899 VIP ticket is steep, but other festivals charge between 1,000 to 2,000 for those extra amenities. A super VIP pass to the Firefly Music Festival cost $2,000 in 2015.
Yeah. So base is what we need to be aiming for here, right?
I guess. Yeah.
That's a lot of the
I mean, if you
cash.
don't want to, so if you want food,
Uh huh.
you don't want to be fighting thousands of people for the bathroom. You're talking to 375 plus 524.
I think if you plan ahead, like bring your. I think you're allowed to bring your own water bottles and and backpacks and stuff, right?
Let's get a camel backpack.
Yeah, like you can get like those pretty good backpacks, walk around, with stuff you need. I mean, the bathroom stuff. I don't know how you're gonna, right? That's yeah. You have to
Get
just
a
wait in
fucking
line.
camel and put it on your front and pee in it.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I'm still if it's another year and like okay for real this time Frank Ocean's headlining, I don't mind spending that.
But that was in 2015.
I'm
We're in
sure.
2022, so I'm pretty sure it's way more than that now.
Yeah,
Like I said, if this is if they do another they announce who's performing and it's Frank Ocean, it doesn't get canceled. I don't mind spending that.
I think it's really up to him. Like if he releases a new project and is good with performing, depending on his state, right? I'm sure
Let me tell you
they'll reach
something.
out and he'll be like,
If
"Yep."
he sings probably anything from Blonde, I'm sobbing in person.
I'm sure. After I saw some of the performances this weekend on at Coachella, those people were like, they feel music, bro. Like there's people in that crowd just losing it.
I don't remember what year or whatever he was performing. He was performing Blonde stuff, and I think there's a bit where he plays a clip of Brad Pitt like gushing about how good Frank Ocean is, whatever year that was, and I watched the whole thing. I'm like, this is beautiful.
I didn't even know Brad Pitt was listening to Frank Ocean. Good for him.
This one, FYF Fest 2017.
FYF.
Wait, no, is it this one? Let me see. Yeah. Is this the one that I watched?
Okay, so the base price tier one for Coachella is $549.
What does that include? One day or
That's
the whole
that's
weekend?
base. Oh, doesn't say. Hold up.
There's definitely somebody wrestling in Brian at Brian's. And I think the three people above, I think are having Hell in a Cell match. It's
It
insane.
doesn't
It's
say
probably
how
the
many
best.
days. I don't think it's based. I think you could be there. I think all the tiers are for all the days,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think like depending on the tier, you get access to certain things.
Then that's not so bad, dude. Especially if you like time it correct. Well, it depends, cause some theaters are packed. Like watching Vince's, it was just a sea of people, dude. And I'm like, to try to get anywhere close enough where you can be like, oh, I'm here, right? You have to like plan your movements accordingly and like map out who you want to go see. That's crazy. Anywho, but that's that. How
Okay,
much
so the
did you?
estimated attendance in 2015 was 200,000 people.
Now times that by the base price, right?
So
It's a lot of
that's
cheese.
yeah.
But then again, you have that gets split up into I guess the artists get a cut of that. The people who put up the production, like I don't know how much they actually net put in their pocket, but that's crazy. Well, did you mention how much Ultas costs? Yo, what is going on?
Let me
Are you
see.
hearing? Were you hearing what? My fan or something? Or
It might have
hearing
been your.
just
I think it might have been your fan then, because it sounded like
my
a
fans are
car
even on?
was. Oh, then it sounded like a car was slowly getting closer to you.
It might be some mix of upstairs, and I think mom's washing something.
Oh, okay. It's
Tier one is $300, but they're sold out.
for which festival?
This is for Ultra.
That's cheaper. I think it was more expensive.
No, I didn't say it was about to.
Oh no,
Ultra, no.
you're talking about the added stuff is more expensive.
Yeah, like you. So what Coachella is, it's. I don't think it's based on how many days you're there. At least I don't. I don't know for sure, but I don't. It didn't say anything. Like it never mentioned 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever. It was only like the price goes up depending on what you want access to.
Okay.
So like again, if you want amenities like food and which is wild because I've never heard this before. But if you want access to more bathrooms, then you gotta pay extra or shade, stuff like that.
That's insane.
And when you get into VIP, then it's like crazy. Um, VIP for tier, so there's more than one tier for VIP at Ultra. Um, the first one is already sold out, and that's $1,000.
Jeez. I wonder how many slots. Did it say how many slots or no?
This isn't. This is. Hold up. See, I don't know if this number is for next year because that's the next time Ultra shows up, or if this was. I'm assuming these are pre-orders. I don't know,
If you're on their site, then most likely it's pre-orders.
and they're already sold out, man. And Ultra isn't until March of next year.
I looked into why Brad Pitt of all people was in this Frank Ocean performance.
What? Huh?
Apparently, he's documented in saying that Blonde, the album, helped him get through his divorce.
Damn. Okay. Look at him.
Let me tell you something, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
If live, I don't know, man. I would, by any means. I don't think. I think if I had the chance and I'm not literally homeless or something, I would. My money is to whoever has Frank performing.
Whatever festival. I'm sure
I
if
feel like I would see like a different side of Bryant.
live,
If
yeah,
he
you probably would
if he saw Frank Ocean
perform.
performing live, like I think it would be a mixture of bloodlust and like um
Wait, why bloodlust? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pause.
because because like if you're this is just me assuming. I don't really know how he is, but I kind of know how he is, but I haven't seen him in every situation. But I'm
Okay.
just assuming if he had this is his one in a lifetime moment to experience this guy performing live, and if some dude or whoever is around him ruining that experience, I feel like Bryant might get violent.
Oh shit! Like yo, shut the fuck up. Only he sings.
Yeah. I
You
mean, it could be anything, like
like he bumps up to Brian way too many times.
well, he just like he might be one of those people who like you said, he might be scream yelling right and to the point where Bryant can't really hear Frank.
Uh huh. And then that's it. It's yo, get your hands up. And then when the police come, like, no, we were just moshing. That's all. And it
Because I
cuts to the
know
guy
stuff
just
like that.
beaten.
Because I know like stuff like that irritates me. Like I've been to some concerts and like sometimes you get people like that like they're screaming at the top of their lungs and you can't even hear the artist. And I'm
Uh,
like,
no, for me, every time I've gone to any of the concerts, I try to sing, but I can't hear my voice.
yeah,
Like I try, I'm like, I go, am I even speaking?
Both that we went to for a weekend for Kanye.
Yeah,
The second the music starts, I forget who's around me. Like it's literally just
it's just vibes. It's like, oh, there's everyone here is here for this, and the energy is just right.
the Kanye one was
Oh
different
yeah,
because it's like you're hearing, at least for me, I'm hearing the soundtrack. I'm hearing why I went into music.
hmm especially when
Um,
when he plays back a bunch of the, which was the one that he played
the
back?
older songs. He did quite a bit of the older ones. He Can't Tell Me Nothing, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
He was playing older songs, and it was like I'm literally in the same room as the
The guy who
person who
made it.
was, yeah. That it hit
It's
way
diff.
different.
Mm-hmm.
just think about when you become that big one day. There's gonna be somebody else
That'll listen to
online
you. Yep.
saying like, I actually saw Bryant live. Like I heard his stuff at home, but that's him like not even 100 feet away from me.
Those hands
Um,
right there, Bronze and Valorant. Those right there in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
shit, he's right here, Bronson. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever be performing, considering I'm not an artist.
You can. What do you mean? You can do a. You can. You have the ability to make a set, right? Like,
If I'm DJing or if I'm performing myself,
I mean, think about all the different producers and
yeah.
the music. Like they just go on stage and they just vibe with the artist. I'm pretty sure you might have made something for somebody and you get on stage during a concert and just vibe with them. And like people who know, like those people who know, who are in like really passionate about the craft, they gonna be like, yo, do you know who that is? That's on stage with such and such artist.
It's lit.
You gotta visualize it, man.
Manifested or what is it?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
what it
it.
is?
Manifest it. Yeah.
No, it's like word, like speaking into truth or something like that.
into
Yeah.
existence.
Into exist,
Yeah,
speaking into existence. Sorry, that's what it was.
yeah.
I don't know why I said manifest. I don't think that was it.
Well, you not well. There's one also that says manifest your dreams.
Oh, okay.
Like seeing people with their, I think maybe the first 30 seconds I had my phone out for the Kanye one, just like, and then after that, I'm like, I'm not experiencing it through my phone. I'm experiencing it. I'm here, and
Yeah.
that's like, no, my phone's gone.
You don't need it.
And then seeing people at festivals is like, oh, record. See, I saw this. No, fuck whoever you're gonna show it to.
There's a lot of that in Coachella. Like, there's a bunch like cuts to the crowd and phones, and you see a bunch of phones.
Nah, if you'd see me, you know, I don't remember what scene it is, but Jason Segel, where he's looking at someone, he has a pillow and he's just like, just staring at someone. That'd be me. I would have my phone out.
Oh fuck! I got something in my eye and it's
Probably Tears.
I'm saving those tears for another day.
I mean, Frank did say there will be tears.
I know, but I'm saving them. Anyway, wow, how do we get on here? Oh, we're talking about getting to Ulta. That's what it was. Is it Ulta or Ultra? 'Cause Ulta's the Ultra. Sorry,
Ulta's the fucking
the fashion place, or the cosmetic place. Yeah, I'm getting it all. So I'm all sorts of messed up.
You're freaking out.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, Omar Apollo's Ivory, dude.
Oh,
Let's.
so I've heard of him before, Omar Apollo. I've heard. I don't remember if I heard the album prior, like Richard, but I know that I've heard songs like
Go away.
in past, like singles, maybe just songs recommended to me that were just in like my recommended for you playlist.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him quite a bit. Trouble's the only one I've hearted apparently. Maybe I unhearted some of them, but Trouble by Omar Apollo, Shit Comes. Just a song, it's not the name of the album.
Okay, I'm like, the album's called Shit Comes?
No, the name of the album's Ashamed, but the song name is Trouble.
Got it.
So I was already like, this guy's going off, and then I heard the singles that he released. What was it, Tamagotchi?
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, no. Then there's another single, Killing Me.
Yeah, with Daniel Caesar, I think. No, I thought it was Invincible. No. It was Invincible and Tamagotchi, and I think there was a third one, but I don't remember what it was. Okay.
I heard Killing Me, I'm like, here we go. And then Invincible, I don't remember hearing that as a single. I think I just heard Tamagotchi and Killing Me. So when the album came out, and I forgot it came out, and I think you mentioned it. And so I was like, oh yeah, that came out. So I listened to it. Hold on, I keep clicking the wrong fucking thing.
Click the right fucking thing.
16 songs. It's about 41 minutes. It's 6 seconds shy of 41 minutes. Out of 16 songs, I've hearted 8 of them.
Damn, yeah, he went to town. I hearted more as I re-listened. At first, it was like bare bones. I'm like, these are my core, I think. And then as I kept listening to it, I'm like, no, these slap. Go for it.
I'll say that on first listen, I hearted 8. There's some that I was on the fence about.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I moved on. There's no song I hated.
I thought you didn't like Tamagotchi.
So when hearing it in the album, I hearted it.
Yeah. Yep. I heard it when I first heard it come out and sing. I'm like, this slaps. And then I heard it on the album. I'm like, yep, still slaps.
The direction of this, I didn't even know how to explain it. It gave me Frank Ocean vibes the way he makes songs.
I was thinking that the entire time, and when I saw him perform, I'm like, am I? I don't want to just throw it out there, right? I don't want to just be like, oh, it's like Frank Ocean, Brian, and then you're going in expecting it, and you'd be like, what the fuck were you talking about?
No, even when I heard the song by itself, like Trouble, when I heard that by itself, I'm like, this is very.
That's his style.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like he's trying to be anything. Like it just sounds naturally like within the ballpark of him, which I mean is up my alley.
I agree with you.
It's very artsy, but it like Frank usually, I say usually, they don't choose to be artsy over quality. And with him, that was the case. A lot of times there were bits that I liked the song, but I didn't end up loving it because of certain things.
Yeah.
But overall, there was no weak song that I can think of right now.
His Spanish song was freaking great. Like he got vocals, man.
Oh yeah, that's the one. There was something about it where I'm like, I'm on the fence. But I'm pretty sure if I hear it again.
No, dude, listen to it again. That was one that the first time I heard it, I'm like, you got some vocal talent, and didn't heart it. And then I heard it again, right? And I'm like, let me just heart it just in case. Then he fucking performed it like a Coachella, and I'm like, that is never leaving. You know, he can do it in person too. Like when I usually see a performance, I'm like, how close do they sound to the recording? Without like any, like obviously you can't sound like someone throwing you through a processor or something, right? Like with an effect. But how close do you sound, right?
But you can have they can put effects on you and have that be what's sent out through speakers and stuff.
Oh, that's true. So I guess that doesn't really become an issue or like a thing. But like I'm telling you, dude, sounds like he recorded it there on Coachella.
Nice.
Like he's really he's got range. Go for it.
Since I listened to it, I think it was earlier last week or at some point last week. I don't remember which song was like, this is the best song. I don't remember what my favorite one is. I'd have to like click play and stuff while you're talking about it, but I enjoyed it. If I'm more playlist wise, it didn't feel I at least on one listen I didn't get the theme of the album, like the
Yeah, it felt like here's all the things I can do. It's like a resume. Like he had so many different styles. He did a really good job in a lot of the styles. So I thought it was like a good, especially for me who didn't know him as my introduction. Like me as my first take on Omar, I'm like, yo, you got it, bro. I want to see him do a thematic album, right?
hmm yeah, I don't know what to, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The more I listen to it, the more I'm probably gonna end up liking it. Uh, do you like alternative kind of R&B-ish kind of sound? Throwing some Spanish in there, throwing some kind of there's some trappy elements in Tamagotchi, but if you just want like a how do I even say it?
I would say jack of all trades right now for me. Like he hit a lot of notes and he hit a lot of
It's
check marks or check
it,
boxes.
it's basically it's a combination of Frank Ocean's kind of structure and the way he writes songs and performs them, mixed with the variety that was in what's it called, Unorthodox Jukebox, the Bruno Mars album.
Yeah, that's what the album's called.
Yeah, where he's just, hey, my voice fits in this. Hey, my voice fits in this. It's basically that.
Makes sense.
If you're someone that does not like, who's so tough they don't even know what feelings are,
You're
and I
not gonna
guess
like this.
you're
Yeah.
not like this.
No, you're not gonna like this at all.
It's the only radical I can give you, but I recommend it. Especially, I'm glad that so many albums it seems like are within like the 40-minute range now.
I'm loving it. It's like all sub an hour, sub 50 minutes. I'm like quality over quantity, my guy. I'm not trying to like see if I have to sign up for PTO to listen to your album, right?
Yeah,
Like
I'm trying to get fatigued.
just give me your best. Like you're like this all works. Give it to me, right?
hmm Um, that's all I have to say about it. What do you have to say?
And shout outs to people. This does not apply to Omar Apollo, but people who make albums with just them, no features. I love that. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
What I have to say? Let me go look at real quick what I have hearted for
While you're talking, I'm gonna hit play and see which one of the songs is the one that changed my religion.
Ivory.
Yeah.
I'm loading my stuff real quick. Dun, 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 dun.
So while y'all doing that, you might be aware of this.
Oh,
I certainly wasn't. I just found out about it. But first of all, did you guys know that Kanye changed his name?
To yeah.
to Ye, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
like legally, his name is Ye.
Yes.
So apparently, The Weeknd is thinking about changing his name too.
To Abel.
Yeah,
Which I mean, keep giving me the music. I don't care what the fuck you call yourself, right?
His name could be Fuck Off Bryant, and I'm like, well, let me see what his new
Let
album
me
is
see
about.
what his album to yeah, I don't that's your name. I don't care. Your music I think speaks volumes, not your name, right?
I don't know if you saw, it's music related, but not related to what you just said, Randall. DJ K Slay died.
I don't know by name. Who's DJ Case?
Big big DJ hip hop.
Oh shit. Shout out
DJ K Slay.
DJ K Slay.
why does that sound familiar?
Just look it up. He died to COVID.
Oh, that sucks. Do you have
Man,
did he
people are-
did he have any he have any kids?
I don't know.
Oh. It's crazy.
Wow, he worked with a lot of people: Busta Rhymes, G Unit, Ghostface.
Basically, anybody that was
Oh, so he
anybody.
was an O. Yeah, he sounds like an OG DJ then. Did he produce
Yeah,
anything for Peeps, or did he mix?
yeah, he produced.
It's crazy. Brian, I don't mean to quickly switch gears here, but the song that changed my religion is Evergreen.
I was gonna click play on that, see if that was what it
Evergreen
was.
is the most Frank Ocean song, in my opinion. There,
Go Away is one of them.
but we heard
For me.
that last year when he released it as a single. I don't really count Go Away.
I didn't hear it.
Yes, you did. You heard Go Away. I played it all the time, and you played it.
How would I play it if it wasn't?
Okay,
Was it? Let me look at my 2021 then.
it has to be on there. We talked about it on our best song or the thing. It has to be on
No,
there.
it's not on there.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's see. I sing a song still fucks though.
Yeah, Go Away still's great. It's just I've already heard it, so that one I was like a free pat. I'm like, as soon as I saw that it was listed, I'm like, I'm just gonna heart that. I like that song a lot. But Evergreen's like, really good. Anywho,
Waiting on You fucked as well.
huh?
Waiting on You.
Yeah, he did a good job on this project. I like the whole. Again, this is my first exposure to him in a project sense. I heard his Go Away single. I think it was Troubles. Brian linked to me after I told him about Go Away, and he's like, "Listen to this older one," and I did. And then this is his first full project, and I'm like, awesome. Like Brian said, I don't think there's a track I didn't. I'm like skip, right? But there was like 6 or 7 that I'm like, yeah, I'm hearting these. These are great. What happened?
I remember what Evergreen was. I hit play on this now. Yeah, this shit.
It slaps, right? Evergreen was so good.
It's top 3. I'd have to re-listen again, but I don't know.
That's my top, and then Go Away, and then I think Tamagotchi's third.
What does the Caliucci song sound like?
Yeah, Kaliushi's featuring in this. Daniel Caesar. I'm missing another person.
Me.
Brian's featured in this. Track 1,
This
right?
was just said Daniel Caesar and
Kaliucci. Okay, I thought it was a third person. Never mind then. I highly recommend it. Brian just gave you like a, if you're this person that just, I think everyone should give it a one playthrough and see what sticks with you, and then unless you fucking hate it after the first playthrough, play it again later on, like in the week, not right up, not back to back, and see what sticks again. But yeah, there's some really good tracks on there. And then when you're done, go check out his Coachella set.
You didn't listen to the Gabriel album, did you? The Keshi song, the one
I
talked
did.
about?
I didn't put this on here. I did. It didn't stick. It didn't hook me. Like it was a very good vibe. No skips, but it was like, all right, this was good, but nothing was like, you got to re-listen to this, right?
Oh, okay.
But it was definitely cool. I definitely enjoyed it, but it wasn't a love, right?
You liked it, you didn't love it?
Yes, I liked it. I didn't love it, and that's. I don't want to make it sound like bad, but that's my transition to Banks. Serpentina. I've been following Banks since.
Since
Damn.
you did your first deposit?
Yeah, since I did my first deposit. She had some really good singles back in the day, and she dropped some pretty good projects that I liked. What?
Because I'm drowning on you.
Yeah, Drowning was a great single that she dropped. And that album.
2014 is when that album came out.
Yeah. So 2014. She released some projects, and I'm like, okay, a lot of these have some very interesting takes. She likes to experiment a lot, which I do not that's not a con. The thing I like the most of a Serpentina in this project, the instrumentals, I think, outshined everything else. I like the instrumentals a lot in Serpentina, but not loved it, right? Like a lot of the stuff I'm listening to, I'm like, okay, go. She has some like rap parts in some of these. Like she's actually doing the cadence like a hip hop artist. Then she'll swap and do her singing thing. You know, she's doing her version of like the chameleon, right? I can just go in between and do whatever. I don't know how like hands on she is with the instrumentals, but they work. It looks like she sings to them. They change it. They change the like. They'll build up to her saying some shit, and it doesn't seem like she's just talking over a track that someone gave it to her. Like she had hands on. Like, oh, what if we did this
She
here?
has producer credit on Spotify
Then there you go. And it's
for a
and
lot
it
of this.
and that makes sense because it sounds like she had a hand in it, and not in a bad way. Like all of this were solid tracks. Some of them were solid pop tracks. Some of them were solid alternative tracks. Like some of them were. I think there's one where it's just her voice in it. Like it was like a maybe a guitar playing in the background, but she
That
was.
song, I Still Love You.
That's what it was. Yeah, great. It was. I'm like, oh, this is a pretty good track, but none of them hooked. I don't know why. I think one. I'll hold. I think I liked "Holding You Back."
Holding Back.
Holding back because I like what she did with that sample, or I don't know if it was a sample. Like she used her own voice, and then like what happened? What do you listen to, Brian? You're just nodding your head. You man, what do you mean?
What?
What were you just grooving to?
What do you mean you man? I didn't say anything before, and you said you man. I was listening to Holding Back. That's one of the ones I hearted.
Yeah, like that one. I think she used that instrumental great. Like I don't know if I think it's her, and then just revert like did some processing to it and use that as the chorus. But loved how they do that. It was a great instrumental. And I think there's a second one I liked as well. Let me double check.
You only hearted two.
I think I only hearted two, but let me double check. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, holding back and anything for you were my two. That I'm like, oh, I love these. The rest were I liked them, but none of them like hell on. Like, yo, Anthony, you're gonna listen to this a lot. You're gonna Don FM this, right? So, for Banks fans, definitely give it a listen to. She's again experimenting with more types of instrumentals, killing it. Uh, I don't know if this is a body of work I would introduce people to Banks to, right? But so it's like a maybe. But that's that. If you find yourself a free time, I think it's not even that long of a project, right?
It's only 41 minutes.
Yeah, love it. All of them are like sub 50. Give it a shot. There's some really cool experimental instrumentals there. I like her vocal performance. I've always did. I think she has. It might sound like she's like whiny, a bit, the way she does some of her like, what is it? What is it called? Like when you hold a note or something. But it's not like sometimes when she'll do like when she'll do her singing part and she'll like hold on a note, she'll like it'll sound like she's in the middle of crying, right? While trying to do while trying to do the sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it, but if you hear it, I can be like, oh, that part.
That part.
No, we're not trying to get DMCA by Schoolboy Q.
Oh.
Every time I think someone's gonna just in the back of
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
on the second floor.
Yeah.
Got it. I definitely recommend it to Banks fans. I don't know for people who haven't heard her. I would check back her previous ones to see if you like the experimental stuff she's doing. That's it. That's all I got on that. I don't know what are your thoughts on it, Brian.
What I liked about it, a lot of the songs weren't for me, but I liked how cohesive the whole thing felt. Like it all felt related to itself.
Okay.
Did it feel like a thematic piece of work? Not necessarily one with a narrative, but it all felt like they're all made for the same album. It didn't feel like she might have thrown older songs in here just to have them in here. They all seem like they fit together.
I can see that.
Which I liked. A lot of the songs, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Or I liked it, I didn't love them. A lot of them. Where there's like, oh, this is a good idea, and then something about it, I'm like, eh. Out of 13 songs, I hearted 4 of them, so I liked more than you did, apparently.
Oh, which ones did you? I mean, I'm curious. Which one did you?
Holding Back, Birds by the Sea, Spirit, and then I Still Love You.
Oh, you didn't like anything for you? Okay.
Something about that one, I was like, eh.
Okay.
That's one of the ones I was really on the fence about.
You're just
that,
wobbling,
and
you just fell over.
That one and Dead End. I was close to hearting them, and I'm like, eh.
Okay.
Yeah, gun to my fucking lasagna. Holding back is probably the best song. Yeah, that or I Still Love You. I have to decide still.
Those are two vastly different, though. It's hard to compare them because I mean, holding back is radio play, right? Like that'll do well on the radio. Well, I don't think "I Still Love You" is meant for like it's like a personal piece, right?
I mean, that's fine. Doesn't mean that it's any worse or better because it can play on the radio.
It does more cash, more flow, mass flow too, Brian, or
Oh shit!
or four.
Coco.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Nothing. That's all I have on Banks, I guess.
Yeah, for the most part. Give it a shot. I don't know. I don't even know if you're a fan of her already, then you'll probably listen to it. I don't know who else to aim this towards. If you want like, I wouldn't say experimental. If you want more like not really dark pop. Yeah, I don't know if you want like just a like darker, more produced singer songwriter kind of stuff. This kind of works.
I can see that. All right. I mean, that's all I got there. Randall, what you're up, man. Give me one of the movies. Randall,
Does it matter?
whichever one you want to start with.
Um, I guess I do. She's out of my league.
All right, she's
Um,
out of your league. What
yeah.
got you watching these? Like you just saw it on there, you're like, oh, I'm gonna rewatch them, or this is your first time watching these?
I've seen them before, but it was years ago. So the way the way my mind works is like if I'm gonna watch something, I literally play the entire movie over in my head before I hit play. And if I can remember everything beat for beat, then I don't. I'm more than likely I might not watch it unless it's something like exceptionally good. But these movies I've seen before, but they've been so long that
It's like
when I
watching them new
when I
again.
tried to play the movie over in my head, I was like, I don't remember what happened. So I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, okay, well, let me watch it again. Um, so these movies, I think this movie came out in 2010, so it's a good amount of time that has went by since I've seen it. So I guess that's why I don't remember. I didn't remember most of the movie. But
Okay.
anyway, getting to the movie itself, it's basically about a guy who works at an airport. And he has like a his circle of friends, and they talk about girls, and uh, they have a point system from 1 to 10, which
Uh,
a lot of people follow. Like oh, she's a 10 or she's a 8. I'm a 5. I'm a blah blah blah. That part of the movie was funny because I could understand the camaraderie between friends when they're like trying to base like where
there,
you stand in a dating pool as far as looks. So that part was funny, but it's about him meeting this girl who's like considered a straight 10,
a
like the
dime.
type of woman that when she walks anywhere she walks, people are like either bumping into stuff because they're staring so hard. Like when she was introduced in a movie, there was like guys who was there with their wife getting caught in 4K staring at her.
Shit, 4K wasn't even made back then. They already had the footage in 4K.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because of who plays the girl. So
So she ends up taking a huge interest into him, and it's like an anomaly to them, especially his friends, because it's like there's no way you're a 6 at best,
Okay.
and apparently according to that point system, you either you can't jump more than 2 points.
Oh,
So if
so
you're a 6,
your reach range is
yeah.
+2. Got it.
So if you're a 6, the highest you can get is an 8.
Okay.
You won't ever be able to like legit date a 9 or a 10 because they're out of your league.
Out of your league. That's the point. And that's did they say it to bring in the title?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Um, what was I gonna say? So that's basically the movie is like she shows interest in him, and he can't believe it, nor can his friends believe it.
That it's not
Um,
butter.
yeah, and there's some issues that come along um, throughout the movie that the bumps that's in the relationship or them dating, I should say. And of
Yeah,
course, there's an ex that he has to deal with. Um, he has to also deal with meeting her parents and her meeting his family, which is they're out there.
they're special.
Yeah, very special.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I liked it.
Who was in it?
Uh, I can't remember the names, so you're gonna have to give me a pass on it. Let me see.
You have the link.
Let me open up. I didn't have it open.
Oh, okay.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, I got caught. I gotta hit a bunch of links really fast. Wow. I'm glad I didn't click on that. So I want to know who did this. I didn't click on it because you know how when you click on that link, the pop up comes up
I
and
was hoping. I was
I
hoping
see
you
the name
didn't
of the
see it.
URL.
Yeah, I was
Huh?
hoping you didn't see the URL and just clicked
There's
fast.
no way it pops up immediately when you click on the link. Like it doesn't just go to the link.
I know, but you would like trustingly go click, see the
No,
little logo, and then just click again.
no, I've never done that.
Oh man. Well, for the
Oh
audio
well.
listeners, yeah, that was a gag that I tried. So for the a peek behind the curtain, I guess, for the audio and video listeners, we have a document, a Google Doc that we share, that I shared to these guys, so I know what they're watching, listening to, whatever, and they can see what I'm watching, listening to, or whatever that I'm going to talk about in the next podcast, so they can either watch it, listen, whatever, so they can join in the conversation. I put the Coachella stuff, and Randall thought it'd be fucking hilarious to put in afterwards. What was it? Hold on, let me ring it up again. Slut gazers and drug whores. So I'm like, bet. So I went to Pornhub, and I'm like, let me swap out the links for him. Hopefully he'll click on it, and he'll be greeted with some art, right?
No,
You want me to describe to you the two videos I linked?
no, I think I'm good on that.
You sure?
I'm 100. I've never been more sure in my life.
You might like one of them.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I am good.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
So it's Alice Eve is the girl.
Oh, okay.
Kristen
From Star Trek and
Reader.
what else was she in?
Alice Eve is in the second season of Iron Fist.
Well,
She is. I don't remember her.
She's the multiple personality lady.
oh, how
Been
did
so
she do on
long, I
that?
don't remember.
She's British. She's on the Craig Ferguson show.
Brian, I asked. That's not.
I'm just throwing out whoever.
I asked, how did she do with the multiple personalities thing in terms of
She's
acting?
British.
Like, all right,
They're different people.
the different people.
Yeah, they're different people. I mean,
Brian's British.
yeah, I'm British. She does like an American accent for both of them. One of them's violent, the other one's innocent. Like very, like what would be the word? Like someone who wouldn't hurt a fly.
Docile.
Yeah, like
I guess like one of those her normal personality is that, but then she also has another half of her who's like basically an assassin, but it's a different personality. And both seasons are ass, but her seeing her made it a little less ass. Seeing her and then Jessica, the guy that plays Colleen, Jessica Henwick.
oh, okay.
them seeing them two, and then the post-credit scene where he's holding two guns were the only highlights of the whole show.
Of that whole show. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure the gun part was like, I need to screenshot this.
I was laughing.
Brian, have you started Moon Knight at all?
No, I keep
Okay.
wanting to, and I forget.
I
Is the
had
whole
read
season out yet?
no. According to Randall's only 6 episodes, and we're already 3 in. So this week's the 4th one. So you only have to wait a couple more weeks.
I wanted to watch it weekly, but I just have not been watching anything.
I mean, it's good. It's good. I couldn't wait to the next episode, so I looked up more stuff about the character because I'm like, I need to know more. So I have some confirmations, Randall, that we can talk about after.
I'm expecting it to not be as accurate. As is this like PG?
The gore is not accurate. Like it's Disney Plus, but so far from what I've looked up, whoa, what the hell? Yeah, some sounds coming in. I don't know what it is.
They're watching something aggressive.
Oh, um, from what I looked up in comparisons, they're getting a lot right. There's just some stuff that they haven't confirmed to us as a viewer in the show. That I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But so far, it's been really cool, like super cool.
Mm.
Like I'm invested. I'm like, oh, I want to know more. Does he have villains? Right? Like, does he have nemesis and stuff? Like, it's been pretty cool so far. Anywho, but we'll review Moon Knight when it's all out because they might just shit the bed, right?
I'm still I still need to watch the last season of
Peaky Blinders.
Can't believe I started the season.
Me neither. You know what I started today? Ozark season 2.
I mean, if you watched the first episode, you were caught up to me.
I did. That's what I watched. This was the first
Alright, so
episode.
you and I are caught up.
Let's get it, dude.
I need to start watching shit, especially since and then Barry soon.
Yeah, Barry's coming up soon. You know what came out today?
What?
Better Call Saul. It's probably airing as we speak. So it'll probably be out in digital tomorrow. I'm excited to watch that Better Call Saul episode. Actually, I gotta make sure to stay off the internet tomorrow then. Because I'm sure they're gonna be like,
Oh,
"What's up?"
you're right.
Because they're gonna the hype for it is gonna be like, oh, look at this still from the show, and it is some awesome thing I would have wished to seen it on. And also be careful, Brian, for Thor. The trailer came out today.
So the trailer came out, then the release date's July
Yep.
4th? No, July 14th.
No, it's like early July. Like early, I think it's the 4th of July weekend,
Okay.
if I'm not
July
mistaken. Something like that. It's single digit. I just don't know exactly what it is, right? We have internet, right? Like we're
There's
currently.
something else that was announced or shown today, but I'm trying to remember what the hell it was.
I put God in Thunder.
You said, what were you saying? You saying, oh, this season of Better Call Saul is the final season.
Yes. Because the events have already caught up to Breaking Bad.
With this season.
Yes. That's what I hear. That's what I hear, though.
So do you think we're gonna see the boys?
I want to believe so. Like, there's no way this show exists because of Breaking Bad. I think there has to be some like homage or something. Like, there has to be something.
And then another question for you.
What's up?
As an explosion happens, do you think the show is gonna end in a way that shows that they're gonna do another thing within this world? Think they're gonna hint at something else coming?
No, I think this ends it. I think this catches up to Breaking Bad, and that's it. Because remember, we got Breaking Bad, what happened after with Jesse's movie, and now we have the things that led up to it, which was like Saul's point of view of what led up to this. I think we're good. We got a prequel and sort of a sequel, right?
And still even kind of a sequel, because I'm assuming when it's him working at, was it Starbucks or whatever the fuck it was? I'm assuming that's.
Oh my God, you're
Post.
right. That's been like the opening, the cold opens of the show. Yeah, that's still what happened to him after the events of, I'm assuming, Breaking Bad. So Ah, it's so good.
So I mean, that can always lead to Saul getting an L,
You're
and
right.
then
So you're asking like
mm,
maybe what happens in those cold opens leads to something else, maybe. But I don't know. I think with this they should, like I said the same thing with Breaking Bad. Leave it, don't touch it, and then they made this show, and I'm like, Then I saw it, I'm like, awesome. When they're done with this, stop, please. Right?
I mean, I postponed me watching the show because I was afraid it would ruin the legacy of the show, but I mean, it did not. It does not, and I don't know.
And I hope it.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, this last scene, I hope it doesn't.
I need to watch. Oh my god.
What I'm afraid of is I'm gonna finish this show and be like, I think it's time to rewatch Breaking Bad, and then that's the worst decision because I have so much in my backlog. I'm like, let me just push that over for 5 whole hour-long seasons of Breaking Bad.
Are you gonna watch it weekly, or wait?
Yeah, no, I'm watching it weekly. Like if I have access to the digital version, right? Somehow, wink, right? Uh, I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow. I cannot wait for the show, or I might just wait for the weekend. I might watch it weekly, but like on the weekend.
Weren't you reviewing something, Randall?
Yeah, he was reviewing Out of My League, or she's Out of My League, and then he clicked on the link, and then I gave you the backstory on what got us there, and then we ran off into our backlog.
You asked about Moon Knight for some reason.
Moon Knight. That's right. Go ahead, Randall. Is Moon Knight out of your league?
Kristen Ritter's in this as well. She's also in Breaking Bad.
She's also Jessica Jones.
Yeah. So we tied this all.
Back to you,
Yeah.
Randall. Hello. I guess he left.
I think he's walking over here to beat my ass. Or he clicked the link.
Oh, he clicked the link, and now he's in Pornhub heaven.
Yeah, he's in Yanktopia.
Yeah, his hog has never been yanked so hard.
This guy took a fucking 1-day trip to Come Alley.
Yeah, and it's over. They had to change the name to Nightmare Alley, like the movie.
I still need to. Oh my god, I still need to watch that.
That's a slower. That one's slower pace, so you'll have to like, don't watch it at night because you might fall asleep. Like it's slower pace, but cool stuff happens. I think.
Within our window for things that fall for movie of the year talk, I've only seen 2 movies that came out in this period,
Oh damn.
which is Spider-Man and Fresh.
And Fresh, Jesus. Well, I mean, what's it called? There's like 3 movies that just came out that you can watch, right? Well, later this week. I guess if you're listening to this Friday, it's out. That
To Everything Everywhere.
came out
Anytime.
last week. Yeah, I want to go watch that. The new Fantastic Beasts. Oh, but you haven't watched the second one.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second one yet.
And then there's the Nicolas Cage movie that came out.
These came out on streaming services, or you have to go live?
I think we're going back to live now. Everything's been coming out live because
They
for the
said,
money's out.
They said Thor is live only on release.
Oh, Batman just came out on digital. So
The Batman?
yes, the one with Patterson.
Okay. And that came out this year.
Yes.
I need to watch that.
It's the Bat. And I think Lightyear comes out later this year, right? Randall, you back? Gone. Did he even message us? Like, he's like, hey, man, I gotta go take a shit.
No.
He just fucking left. Okay.
Is there anything else that I know about that's coming out this year? Besides the Marvel movies?
I think Lightyear.
I don't fucking know, man.
Oh, never mind. There's no date. Never mind.
Is there a movie called like Helicopter? And it's with Jake Gyllenhaal or something like that? Or Airplane? Apparently he tried to tell us he's gonna poop.
So are you pooping watching us right now? Is that what you're doing? All right. Well, he'll sort it out.
Skulls.
Anyway, what was your question? Called Helicopter?
Something with Jake Gyllenhaal. I think it's like airplane or helicopter or
Oh, the
something.
heist movie. Randall talked about this movie. I know what you're talking about. It's like a Jake Gyllenhaal movie when he's doing a heist, right?
It already came out.
I think so. I think I missed it and I haven't watched it yet. Let me double check IMDb. Ambulance.
That wasn't even close.
I mean, you said helicopter, and
Yeah, that's a grounded vehicle.
I guess
You're
so.
asking too many questions to the Randall.
Okay. Yeah, I think it came out already, bro.
Okay.
I also need to watch that. I'm not sure. Oh, Michael Bay directed it.
Oh, it's just gonna explode everywhere.
The movie's gonna explode everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. I guess he'll come back to finishing his stuff. I guess while he's gone, we did it, boys. Last week, me and Brian finished Nobody Saves the World. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to? I'm just gonna be gushing the whole time. So
You can go first.
let's start with the fucking and the game loads up. You're greeted with great main menu music. Catchy. Almost all of their songs are catchy. Soundtrack on point. Visual and art style awesome. Just like Guacamelee, hyper stylized. Animations are super smooth. It's very like cartoony, but doesn't mess with like gameplay. Like gameplay still feels mechanically responsive. All good stuff. Very striking. Like when you're playing Nobody Saves the World. It's like a striking art style. You're good to go.
What's funny is the art style looks like if Binding of Isaac was more vibrant.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's just a Binding of Isaac. It has a very dark undertone message, like what's going on. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's been a while since dark, huh? Hey, oh shit. Oh, there's Vince. I had to cut back to fucking Coachella again. Vince had, how Vince Staples was a funny dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had somebody in the crowd say something to him, and it's like, no, give that man a mic. Like, well, he said something else, but I can't say it, right? Give him the mic, right? And then the guy just went off on like where he's from like Long Beach. Like he went off what school he graduated, and then he's like, everyone make some noise for whatever the fuck he just said, and then he started the next song. And I'm like, what? And then the same guy questioned if he yelled out loud, if you don't play North, you're not from Northside Long Beach. So he got close to him and he's like, let me tell you, like I can't say what he said to him, but if you watch the thing, he just like went off on him. And then as he's like building up this like rant towards this guy, you hear North like starting in the background. Yeah. And then he goes off. It's so funny.
You thirsty?
Yeah.
That was right.
Yeah, it was a good set. Anyway, Nobody Saves the World. What are we talking about? Oil to muscle guy. Yes, Randall. Randall already. Brian already answered your question. Art style's awesome. And go ahead, Ryan. You were talking about that it looks like Binding of Isaac, but more vibrant.
Vibrant. That's all I had to say. Just that sentence.
Gotcha. Was it part of the performance? Yeah. Like it was on. He was live on stage, trying to like on Coachella. It was good. And then he like some of the dudes there, like some guy was like really into it, yelling, and then he's like, "Yo, bring him the mic," and some guy just gives him a mic, and you can hear him on the live stream, and he's like, "Yo, whatever high school, whatever year, whatever." I don't remember what he said, and then he just said, "Yo, make some noise for whatever the fuck he just said," and then played the next song. And then the North thing was really really funny. Nobody Saves the World. Mechanics. All right. Everybody knows I've been on here multiple times. I like stuff that systems that feed into each other in some way, right? And this was my favorite part of this game is that it doesn't just like, oh, optionally, if you want to play differently, we'll give you some reward. Progress depends on you playing differently. And I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how modular they made all the... Let me back up before I start spewing stuff. The story is you wake up as nobody and get access to a wand that lets you change forms. Each form has a set of abilities tied to them. Once you unlock them, I guess spoilers for later in the game, you're able to swap abilities between different forms and create different builds, because there's like each form has a regular attack that you cannot change and a regular passive that you can't change, with different base stats, and you can primarily build them a certain way. And as you progress in the game, those shackles start to like break, and you can start customizing and creating crazy builds and crazy gimmicks, all for you to have as much fun as possible. But to progress and get more forms, you can just the little quests and stuff that you do for each form are different play styles. They always start with, hey, do this attack on some enemy, just so you can get accustomed to the abilities you're given. Once you finish those easy ones, then it's like, oh, now do it while combining it with this ability, or doing it with this, or use another form's ability completely and use it with one of this form's. Like, it gets creative for you in a way where it makes you like, okay, if they thought of doing this, how can I cheese it? And you start creating the craziest things. And that is rewarding progress, right? Like, that's how you make people use everything in the game. Make it part of the progression. Love that. Loved it a lot. It was, yes, a grind in some areas and some of the quests, but that just had to do with, we were playing co-op and I was just getting in the way of it, or Brian's getting in the way of doing my stuff. Like, we were just taking turns leveling or changing forms and stuff. But that's doesn't really take away from we're still having fun doing it. That is my biggest plus in this. They changed progression, not changed it. They showed off a progression design that I'm all on board with, right? In a way that's not like, oh, you can, like, now when you look at open world games, it's like, hey, look at all this stuff you can do. Why don't you just design in a way that I need to do all of those things in an intuitive way, right? And these guys did that, and I aces for it. Boss designs weren't that crazy, right? Like, they weren't, like, we weren't fighting demons, so like they weren't like crazy. I don't know, because we were too overleveled, or like our builds were cheesy, or
They kind of just felt like EX versions of regular enemies.
thank you. That is a very good way of doing it. So maybe if they do make a sequel, do some sort of like classic take on bosses where they have like their patterns and stuff. I don't know. Like Brian said, it just felt like regular enemies, and you can grind those to level up if you need to or want to.
The roguelike mechanic comes in only like in dungeons, where if you die in a dungeon, you go back in, the layout's different.
Yes, and I like that a lot. That way you're not like, oh, I know what's coming. Technically, you do. It kind of briefs you a little ahead of time, like, hey, these are the wards that you will encounter in this dungeon. So you have to make sure the character or the form, or actually any build or any form that you want, can handle those wards coming out. Wards are things that, like, different enemy types. No, I'm sorry. Different damage types will break the ward so you can do further damage, right? It's like their shield. Like, this shield can only break if you hit me with light and damage. It'll break. Now the ward's gone. They're free to get hit with anything. Otherwise, it would just bounce off of them or just push them back, and no damage is done.
Mm-hmm.
So there is
something else about the way they do wards is they turned a complaint we had for a different game, Full Metal Furies, and made it make more sense. Whereas in that game, if you're playing multiplayer, they hide those kind of walls or like able to do damage behind, this specific player has to hit this person or else nothing happens. Whereas this game does it by like damage type.
Correct.
So anybody can do, especially since your moveset is what you choose minus one move. So they
fixed that.
Yeah, they fixed the issue in a way that makes sense. And to piggyback on something you said earlier, well, this game forced you to theory craft without you realizing it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you were too far gone to realize what the game was doing. Then that's good design.
I like it a lot. Yeah. There's what else can I talk about here? The dialogue was very drink box funny. Like, if you played Guacamelee, the puns, the references, there's visual gags, there's just funny dialogue between some characters.
Funny quests.
There's some funny quests that you do. It has that charm that Drinkbox has. It's funny, it's vibrant, and God bless them for this mechanic. I like their open world. I like how you progress as a character or as a form in each of the forms that level up your overall character. Um, I love what they did for unlocking some of the forms. Like the last one is well, I don't want to say what the last one is, but you get a form called an egg, right? And to level up its form, the quest for that is, hey, go get birds to sit on you, so you can hatch. Once you've hatched, you unlock the last form, or it helps unlock the last form.
It's one of the prerequisites to unlock the final form in the game.
Yeah. And things like that. It's like, I like it. It's systems that feed into each other. I like it a lot. I don't know what else to say about it. Oh, co-op, which is great. I think I would like to see it modded for 4 players, but I think it might be too hectic. There were times when we were in dungeons where I couldn't tell you what was fucking happening. There was too many HUD elements on screen, like damage numbers, wards, debuffs. Like, oh, this guy's because Brian will like poison a group of people, so you just see a bunch of the same icon just flooding the screen, and I'm like, Godspeed. And you can summon people, so it's full of health bars, and it, depending on how cheesy you make your build, you can just play HUD the game, and you just see heads-up display items. That's like my only knock on how hectic it gets, but it's satisfying to mow down those those group of people, right? Like, what is it, like killing mobs or whatever in Diablo or something? Like, it still has that type of feeling when you're in dungeons that have like a bunch of enemies. And then you can upgrade each skill and ability that you unlock per form with skill points, and they drop randomly, RNG. So you can go ahead.
And to add to the theory crafting that they make you do, to level certain skills, you have to have a certain character at a certain level
more. Mm-hmm.
So if you're like, oh, I like this character, but this guy's passive fucks with this guy. Now, if you want to optimize your build, you have to level up another character, and then if you play that other character, you're like, well, this guy's pretty good. What if as a Marvel player, as a person who plays versus games where theory crafting is the name of the game?
Yep.
Goes crack. As a roguelike fiend, more crack.
It was just very fun, man. These guys, I was scared we would never finish this game because we were like making so much progress, and then we looked at the map and like half of it wasn't even like unblurred, and I'm like, please no. And I guess it just ended up working out.
It was a mix of that, and then we were like, yeah, we should beeline. And then a small detour because we found something like, well, so what else is here? Or then we get a new challenge for our character, and I go, how are we going to do this?
Yeah. And that's the good addiction you need. I fucking love this game. Like I mentioned it, I think after the end of the recording, this is right now at the top. This is my favorite game so far of this year. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. But again, I haven't played Elden Ring. I haven't played Dying Light. We have some other big ones coming out later this year, I think.
Windjammers came out, Sifu came out.
I haven't played Sifu yet.
Kirby came out.
Kirby came out. But Kirby was just a good time. Like the name of the previous podcast, it was a good time. I thought it was gonna be something else, and then when I got it, it was Kirby. What's the one I asked you this last podcast? Star Allies. It was just Star Allies, but 3D. So, which is not like, I'm not trying to undersell it. It's a huge difference because it's like a 3D platformer now in some levels. So, but
having played Elden Ring a good amount of hours, I don't think for me
it's gonna pass.
As a whole package, I don't think it's gonna pass it.
Okay.
As of right now, I think Elden Ring is gonna be my gatekeeper into the top 10.
You have it at 10? You've already played 10 games?
As in, like, out of everything I've played so far, it's the one I'm like, did I like it more than this?
Okay. That's your bar, like.
Yeah, that's my lowest bar, and this right now is my highest.
Okay. Gotcha, that makes sense. But yeah, that's gonna be my recommendation. If you haven't played Nobody Saves the World, it's on the Game Pass on PC, on console. I don't know how much it costs on Steam. It's on Steam. I highly recommend it. Again, it is a game of grind, but it's a grind that's different than others, where it's like you're playing different forms in different ways to progress, and that's the grind. So if you're a person who doesn't like to explore, doesn't like to I don't want to say try new things. That's very vague. Like if you're a person that finds a playstyle and just sticks with it until credits, you're not gonna like this game. This purposely puts you out of your comfort zone and has you try things, because otherwise you'll be knocking your head against the wall trying to figure stuff out. And that's my recommendation on it. And again, it's on Game Pass for now. Go give it a shot if you have Game Pass and see what you think. And it's co-op, so if you have a friend, you can try it out with a friend. What about you, Brian? What are your closing thoughts on that?
I enjoy it. It combines aspects from a lot of genres of games that I like. Only real complaint really is that the game's online multiplayer is, I think it was an afterthought. Whereas they got their shit right for split screen, but then there's quality of life stuff that would have been better with non-split screen, like non-offline gameplay.
Thank you.
Like menu management, things like that.
I need to give some cons in this game because I'm like glowing it up too much. Menus is not, like Brian said, for split screen. It does not work even for online. We're playing online, and for some reason, him pausing it pauses it for me. Him going through menus, I see what he's going through in the menu. I can't just browse on my end, and that kind of stuff was a little frustrating. So I hope they update that or fix that in like a sequel or something. That needs to be async. It needs to be asynchronous. Like, if he pulls up a menu, leave his character there, and if he takes damage, he takes damage. That's his choice, right? He can look for safety, or I can defend him while he does that. Like, I don't need to sit there and look at a menu because he's going through a menu, right? If it was split screen, that makes sense. Not when we're playing online. That makes no sense. He has his own screen. Like, there's no need for that.
What they should have done was, if you're in the menu, I can assume, like you said, and just restrict my range of movement before it's like, no, he's in a menu. That, and then let me have my own menu too.
Yeah.
They can put them side by side if they want. Another thing, there should be a button to have the map up over you like Diablo. I think that way you don't have to keep on, where are we going? There's another quality of life thing I wish they had.
I was about to say, there's a full screen map button. You mean like overlaid on top of while we're moving around? I see. That would have been cool. I agree with you on that. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm saying only positives, but there was some stuff I didn't like, and that was one of them.
Yeah, for the most part, it's just quality of life stuff for me, at least.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Soundtrack is probably the highlight. Gameplay right after the story is entertaining enough that you're paying attention to some extent. At least I was, because I found it entertaining. Is it story of the year? No, but it was entertaining enough. It complemented the gameplay. Like, it was just something to have on top of the gameplay being solid.
It's a wacky story.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a wacky story with wacky characters, and you're just seeing how it all ends, right? Another thing with the HUD, it could just be me. I don't like, we finished the quest, let me pause the action to turn it in. Like, if I had to turn it into a person, makes sense, right? Go up to the person and say, hey man, I finished your shit. But if my forms are leveling, it should have just been like, check mark, give me the X, like, all the XP that comes up should have came up on the side, and then we keep it moving. I don't need to go into the menu of quests and go to the check mark one and go, yes, check mark. I want to turn you in. Just do it. That's a quality, again, it's quality of life stuff, but...
Do you think they should pause the gameplay when you level your character?
Ooh.
Like, so the check mark or quest, and it's like, oh, your quest done. And the bar fills, do you think it should pause, or do you think they should do a Castle Crasher? Does you just glow and it tells you what you got?
I think glow, because thank you for bringing that up. Castle Crashers, you'll have like an effect. Hey, said person leveled up. Hey, said person, you unlock this, and you're still infinite in the corner, right?
And then when you're out of the level, you get to put the skill points.
Yeah. Well, the skill point stuff, I'd like to put it whenever, not if I want to pause it.
I'm saying that wasn't.
Yeah.
That whenever.
You're true. Yeah, you're true.
You should.
Yeah, dude. And that's it. I'm done gloating. Gloating? I'm gushing. I think that's it. I'm sure there's other small quality of life stuff I didn't like about the game, but overall, the package is worth it, dude. It's just...
Soundtrack was great.
Yeah, man. What about that soundtrack? Great. All right. I don't know, Randall, if you're back or not, but
Yeah.
alrighty. We kind of cut you off with the she's out of my league stuff. I don't know if you put a recommendation or not, or if you enjoyed. Like we cut you off
I
because
enjoyed it.
I set you up on purpose. I'm like, oh, who's in it? Just so you can bring up the link, and then that's when
Hmm.
we went off. We went off. I explained what the link was, and then we went off on that tangent, and then you weren't there anymore. So, well, who's actually not? Who's in it? Brian already said Kristen Ritter, Alice Eve.
Oh, Jay. I don't know how you say his last name. Parucho. He did the voice for the main character in How to Train the Dragon.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. I know. I see his face. I know who you're talking about.
He's the main character in this movie. He's the one that gets the girl.
Okay.
Another dude that's you might know is where is it? T.J. Miller.
Yeah, I know him. He was in Big Hero 6.
He's
He also wrote Deadpool.
And also
Yeah.
Deadpool, yeah.
Yeah, he's the comedic
Relief.
yeah.
He's the Stifler.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is funny, is a comedy, but he's like the funny guy.
Gotcha. Oh, there's also is Deborah Jo Rope from that 70s show?
That's Kitty.
Yeah, is it Kitty?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kitty Foreman, okay. There was a That 90s show?
That's coming, I think. I think
Wait,
I
what?
think that's the name of the reboot that they're coming with. I think. I could be wrong.
Oh. And it's on Netflix. And it takes place in Wisconsin. It's 1995, and Leah Foreman, daughter of Eric and Donna, is visiting her grandparents for the summer, where she bonds with a new generation of Point Place kids under the watchful eye of Kitty and the stern glare of Red. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll never dies. It just changes clothes. Okay. So it's Eric and Donna's kid is the main person. Alrighty. I didn't know that was happening until now. So here we are. I was gonna say I haven't seen her in anything, but I'm like WandaVision. Go ahead, Randall. I keep cutting you off. Jesus. Sorry.
There really isn't much to say, man.
Okay. What about the other movie? Sorry. Why does it
What
keep
was the other movie I put?
The Proposal? I think that's with Sandra Bullock, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's probably hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
I remember one scene from the trailer, and they're both nude and they fall on each other.
Mm-hmm.
No bridge in that scene.
Got it. All right.
There was a bridge, but a different type of bridge.
Ooh.
Actually, no, there was the actual bridge in the movie too,
But not that scene though.
and not that scene. No. But you can see in that room. If you looked out the window, you can see the bridge.
So
Okay, so
so technically the bridge was in the scene.
the bridge is in the scene then, I guess.
Randall hit you with the audible just now.
Yeah, you just made me look like an idiot, huh?
Well, upon closer inspection, he was like Madden just now. There's a bridge on the scene.
So the movie is about Sandra Bullock. She's a Canadian and she's a very successful woman as an editor. Ryan Reynolds' character works for her. He's an editor assistant who wants to be an editor.
This is journalism editor, like writing or like video editing.
Journalism.
Journalism, right? Thanks for writing. Okay, go ahead.
So because she's like really busy and successful, whatever, there's some things she forgets to do, like sign documents for her. What is it called? Immigration.
Okay.
So she has documents she forgets to sign, and she was supposed to do some other things that she didn't do. So the date came, and now she has to leave the United States. Or she's being told that she has to leave the United States.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, she doesn't want to because of her job or whatever, and she's known as being one of the like hard bosses, like the type of boss that everybody's afraid of,
Yeah. The intimidating one was like, I don't want to get
like extremely intimidating. Like she's like it's like almost slightly over exaggerated.
Uh-huh.
So, so much so that during a meeting, when this information is being given to her by her superiors or by her manager, um, that you know
Even
you
there,
get
kind of
maybe
like skittish. I'm telling her.
well, no, they're direct. They're not afraid of her because they're the owners and stuff.
Okay.
But when they're telling her, they're like, "You didn't do X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah." And then Ryan Reynolds ends up peeking in during the meeting. So she sees him and she immediately gets this idea in her head. And then she tells him to come in and she just basically tells her managers that they're getting married without even talking to him about it.
So he's
And,
like,
and, and obviously they're not dating or whatever. But she saw it as an opportunity to stay in the United States by saying we're getting married. So they're not um they don't really care whatever the case is. Well, they don't care if it's true or not. She's just like, well, just make sure you get all the documents signed and blah blah blah, and then we can move forward.
yeah,
So Ryan Reynolds at this point is already flipped out. Like he's flipping out because A, that's his boss. B, he does like they're not dating, and she's like considered evil. So
considered evil.
yeah, and he he was supposed to be going to see his family that weekend, but she had gave him work on that weekend. This is prior to her finding out that she had the whole immigration problem.
Okay.
And it was because and the reason why he was going back was to go see his it was his grandmother's like 90 something's birthday.
Oh, okay.
So he was on the phone telling his family like I'm sorry I can't come. I know his granny,
Grannies.
Gammy. They call it Gammy.
Okay.
I know it's Gammy's like 90 something birthday, but I can't make it. She's having me work. And then when the whole thing happened with the uh pretending like they're getting married, then she had to go with him to go see his family.
Oh,
And that's what the movie's about, is about him and her having that weekend together with his family, convincing his family that they're getting married. Some things happen, during that weekend that changed the course of events.
yeah.
It
So
was funny, obviously, because it's Ryan Reynolds. I think
yeah.
Sandra Bullock is also funny. I was actually surprised that she was not fully, but like 90% nude in this movie during that scene that Brian brought up. Like it was her, it wasn't a double. I was like, wow.
But she was
You know,
covered.
I mean, she had her hand on her private part, and she had her arm and her hand across her boobs. But it wasn't like one of those shots. You know how like what?
I don't think Brian's ever heard you say boobs.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Can't remember what I was saying now.
Boobs, Randall. That's what you were
No,
saying.
that's not the.
So she was covering her private
Yeah,
parts and what
crying
else?
and yeah, I'm sure she did like
Oh,
this
okay. What I
number.
was saying was, you know how like in movies they use camera trickery for nude parts.
Yeah, they like shoot from
Like they
behind or
have like
something.
a object in the foreground blocking, so you
Yeah.
can't see certain areas. It wasn't like that. She was like from head to toe on screen for several seconds, and
It
the only thing that was literally covering her private parts was her hands and arm.
well, it could have been that could have been trickery still because it could have been composited in later. Like she did that take with no one in the room, and then they just put her in there.
She was on top of Ryan Reynolds naked.
Never mind. We'll take a step back. Yeah, I remember what Brian said about the trailer. Never mind. Never mind.
I was there too. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, there was no faking that, bro. I don't know what happened after that scene, but they both were on top of each other nude.
They showered, man. We
Well, one shower, the other guy, I think he was working out.
Yeah.
I think
He
he has
was
headphones.
he was upset about something, so he has this thing, it's like a canoe or whatever, but it's made out of wood. And he like chops on it whenever he's frustrated. So he was outside doing that, and then when he came upstairs to change his clothes, she was like trying to get out of the bathroom, but the dog was barking at her. Like
yeah,
the
because like
dog
who the
wasn't.
hell is this person?
No. It kind of likes her, but it was just barking because she was like moving around or whatever.
Uh huh.
It was kind of being playful,
Okay.
but she see it as like a threat, even though the dog is like really small. So she was trying to get out the bathroom, and he had headphones on, so he couldn't hear anything that was going on.
Okay.
And so when he decided to come back into the room to get a towel, because she was also trying to get a towel, she was backing up, running away from the dog, and he wasn't paying attention. So that's how they ended up bumping into each other.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. So in terms of rom coms, where do you put this? Right? Do we need to have like a bracket fight for rom coms or?
Mm, I haven't really seen that many rom coms.
Oh, okay. But I mean, this
Um,
is one of your like your top. Like if you're like, let's put one on. This is coming up.
I don't know if I could go that far to say that because I like when I watch these movies, it's usually like I don't know what causes me to watch them. It's like a random thing. It's like not very often, but
I got one for you to watch then for
which
next
is
week's
why
review.
I ended up watching those two movies back to back. I guess I was just in the mood or something.
Well, the next time you're in the mood for a rom com, right? I'm gonna give you a recommendation here to watch. This is not a joke. I'm not gonna lead up to porn or anything. It's called About Time, and you can check that out. That's one
About
I watched and
time.
I thought I liked a lot. So
Rachel McAdams, so obviously.
and the
I don't
dude
think I've
from
ever seen this. I've seen this cover. I definitely seen this cover before.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen the cover.
it's Rachel McAdams and the dude who was um in the latest trilogy of Star Wars. He was also in
Black
Black
Mirror.
Mirror. He was also in oh my god,
Black
he's been in,
Mirror.
he's in other stuff too, and I'm sorry I'm blanking out on him.
Margot Robbie's in this movie too.
Yep.
Black Mirror.
Once you see the movie, you'll know why I liked it.
There must have been a lot of hardcore sex in it.
Yeah, dude. The second it says like Paramount Pic or whatever the producer, it just cuts to just hard sex.
No, I see what
Mm.
the name of the movie.
I can't say in terms of like one, two, three, four, but I can tell you some of my favorite movies is like that are rom coms is like Crazy Stupid Love.
So that's another one that's high on my list too.
Um, I don't know if it's high, but I also like Wedding Crashes.
That's a
Uh,
oh, that is a rom com.
mm,
Your phone's ringing.
Yeah, it's
uh,
vibrating, Randall,
okay.
and also your phone.
I used to like Fools Rush In, but I don't remember how that movie goes anymore.
I don't think I've
But
ever
I'm
seen
pretty
that.
sure the only reason I liked it was because of Salma Hayek.
That's understandable.
Uh, that's the only ones I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, this movie was it was cool, man.
Okay,
I mean, Sandra Bullock is a good actress.
I haven't seen this rom com, so I have to add it to my backlog. I think Janiana also said like it was a good one too, and she's like almost had to sit down when I told her I didn't see it. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like I'm uncultured. Like I never watched SpongeBob's. Bob's.
I've seen random episodes.
I didn't because
SpongeBob,
we never because me and Brian weren't Nickelodeon kids. We watched Cartoon Network for the most part. So
Tsunami.
And like Toonami, yeah.
I mean, it's Cartoon Network still.
But didn't Toonami come on at late night?
Adult
Um,
Swim did.
so what happened was, Randall, Toonami was right after school, and Tom was there. And then somewhere after we stopped watching it, Toonami became the anime place for Cartoon Network. So they swapped that right before Adult Swim. So it would be Toonami, the anime stuff, and then boom, into Adult Swim.
Toonami was always anime stuff.
I understand, but then that transitioned to Adult Swim taking the anime stuff. So it would be like Toonami will end Cartoon Network's airing, and then like at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, Adult Swim will start. Something like that. Which would be like the anime we watch, or some weird cartoon show like the home movies, or was it Squidbillies was another one, right? Squidbillies and like Aqua Teen Hunger Force,
Aqua Sea Lab.
C Lab.
They always separated. So I think Saturday was the serious day, serious anime. So Full Metal you had on there. Wolf's Rain. S Cried was on there at some point. I think they had some Gundam on there. Bebop, of course. Trigun is on there. Inuyasha was on there. And I think Sunday, or you flip the days, was the comedy ones.
Yeah.
So Aqua Teen, the Space,
Oh yeah, Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Harvey Birdman,
yeah.
The Brack Show, Squidbillies, Metapocalypse bullshit.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Korgath, the new spectrum of pain.
Yeah, but that had like
Venture
3
Bros.
episodes. Venture Bros was huge on that.
I love Venture Bros. Mainly because of Brock.
That's a show that I've always like. We stopped mid show, and I never picked it up again. Like we only saw like what, first 3 seasons or something, or 4 seasons.
I want to say 3 or 4 seasons. I mean, season 3 the way it starts with the whole everybody's free?
Yeah. I'm like, that song slaps. This day because of that show, that episode, I love that song. I think it's the group is Aquagen or something.
What upsets me is that's a remix of the song that isn't on Spotify.
Yeah.
What sucks is later in the show that scene becomes worthless.
Yeah. But hey, I don't know. I do. Maybe one day I'll go back and watch Venture Bros.
I think about it pretty often.
It was only good to me because of Brock Sampson.
No, for me it's the wizard with his dot, like with the dad wizard.
Doctor Strange with the goth.
Daughter. The goth daughter. That guy was funny to me. He was like so
Monarch too.
Monarch was alright after a while.
Girlfriend.
Yeah,
I like that. Even with that voice, I probably would still make relations.
I get it. I understand that.
There's the the Fantastic Four parody episode.
I don't remember it anymore.
So they basically made Invisible Woman. Only her skin goes invisible, so you see her muscle tissue.
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, they made the Thing just an idiot. They made Johnny, when he was on fire, he'd be yelling because his body's actually on fire. So he whenever oxygen hit him, he'd burst and.
I have to rewatch this show, man.
I don't remember Reed Richards the gimmick they gave him, but it's a funny fucking episode. And they have that one guy who keeps yelling, "Ignore me."
He was funny too. I liked him.
It's a good show. It's really funny.
I think you sold me on it. I might have to just take it one season at a time and watch it after I finish all this new stuff. But
wow,
what's wrong?
Sandra Bullock is 57 years old.
Yeah, she's been in the game doing a lot of movies. Like I think she's a cat. She won Oscars. She's multiple, I think. Let me double check before I sound like an idiot.
I'm the reason I'm saying wow though is because she's 50, almost 60, but she still looks the same.
Yeah, awards. So many awards. Jeez. List of awards and nominations received by Sandra Bullock. I want to do it by year. Her first wow. Her first nomination was worst supporting actress in Demolition Man.
Oh snap!
The that one I'm not gonna count. Her first win was at the Jupiter Awards for Best International Actress for Speed. Did she? I'm gonna see if she won when was her first time she winning an Oscar?
Oh, that's right. She just did that movie with Channing Tatum.
Yeah, it's like an
The
adventure.
Lost, the
It's like
Lost City.
like an adventure comedy. Did she ever win an Oscar? Did I lie out of my ass? Oscars or Academy? I think I should Academy. Am I wild right now? Dublin Awards, Teen Choice Awards, People's Choice Awards, MTV Golden Globes. Oh my God, I don't think I lied. I just lied. Yep. Don't worry about me. Academy Awards. I just typed in Academy to search and it's just like, nah, bro.
Are you sure? Because I see a
Yeah,
picture of
there's
her
two.
holding one.
No, yeah. I the search was not working. So she won Best Actress for Blindside. If you guys haven't
I
seen
was
that,
about
go
to
watch
say,
that.
yeah, that movie is really good, man.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Blindside, go watch it. And then she was nominated for Gravity for Best Actress, but she didn't win. So that's that. We just gotta make sure we're factual here. So yes, Oscar nominated and winning. Come on, Randall. She's been in the
Aging
game.
really well, man.
Same.
Look at me. No, look at all my hair. Still got it.
I'm Oscar nominated and I won one.
The same. Check me out in
I mean, you can see me in a movie that came out this year. Make sure if you haven't seen the Batman, I'm Commissioner Gordon.
That's true. You're gonna see yourself. Oh yeah, now you can see Batman and see yourself perform. There's gonna be one part you are going to laugh. It's a scene that you don't remember because of what happened. Randall, I don't think you know what it is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
In the Batman, isn't there a scene with Brian that he might forget that scene that because of the things that transpired? Just watch it. You'll see.
You talking about in the police station?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like if you don't laugh, Brian, I know you're a variant.
Okay.
Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, I dropped my trailer today, so I know about winning awards. So for the movie I'm in, Thor,
Is
God,
it a Harley Quinn movie?
Imagine. Nah, it's my new Thor movie that I got going on.
Are you And from Love and Thunder?
Yes, there's Love, Me, and then Thunder.
I'm the Watcher.
Speaking of three things, I saw. You're not wrong. I saw the video like that made me like audibly laugh. The Zelda like merengue or whatever the fuck that was.
Oh.
Holy crap! I've never seen that. Anyway, what am I looking? What are we talking about? I think we're done. Like, in terms of like shit we've like watched and seen and stuff. Right? You already finished the proposal. We talked about Omar.
Yeah, I figured out what y'all gonna do about Strange.
Oh, I'm just gonna get a bunch of tickets and we go. I don't know. I just don't know who's going yet. Talk about Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be that weekend. I just gotta figure out what the people's work schedules are.
Say stuff because you don't want to spoil it for Brian.
Randall, none of that came through, man. All I heard was
He
like,
said doesn't want to say stuff because he doesn't want to spoil it for me.
that's fine. I'm talking about
You can't,
tickets.
You can't say names and titles, man.
Oh, that's true. There's a
He
Doctor
told him that he's
Strange.
gonna be able to figure out the plot of the movie
Yeah,
and who's in it and who died.
Randall
This
already with the
this
fucking spoilers, dude. You can't just say died. Now
I
he
mean, I'm from
knows
a different timeline, so I know what happens.
on your
I,
timeline.
I just try to forget.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, I just gotta figure out work schedules, and then we'll figure it out from there. Um, sorry. We that's it. Unless you guys have anything else to review real quick or talk about real quick, there's some releases, and we'll wrap this up. All right. So for games this week, I didn't see anything on there that caught my eye. I think Myth Force looked pretty cool. It's like a roguelike FPS melee game with like vibrant art style. It looks cool, but I think it's early access. But I think I added it to my wish list because it looked interesting. It's called Myth Force. I think it comes out this week. For movies, we have The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent and The Northman coming out this week.
I want to watch both of them.
Yeah, The Northman looked pretty cool. I saw the trailer for that.
Specifically that. I'm sold on the Skarsgårds. I think they're good actors.
Yeah, that family can act. Suck
I
it.
got a question for you
What's
guys
up?
when you get a chance.
Okay, let me finish the releases and we'll go. Which is just this. Music, we have Pusha T like today, I think Brian, right? Announced he's dropping his album Friday. So we're gonna hear it. And we'll probably talk about it next week. So make sure to get ready for that. Yeah. We have to have a counter. No, we know if he's a variant or not. If we doesn't get a yuck in there somewhere, that's not the real Pusha T. That's how I know. Like each track better have that, Brian. And I don't even think actually no, never mind. I don't think Diet Coke even had it. Damn. Variant.
Missy was our only misdemeanor.
Right. Okay. All right. That's it for that's all we got. Randall, what was your question?
Okay.
You good?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So you woke up tomorrow morning and you had $5.4 million in your bank account.
5.4 or 55.4? Because you said 5 twice. I don't know if
5.4.
$5.4 million in my bank account.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you're going to call your bank and you're going to find out why is this money in my account and who's trying to set me up.
No, I definitely call.
So you'll call, but Brian won't call.
Brian's like, that's mine.
All right. So in any event, you both find out whatever path you choose. You both find out that the money is indeed yours and that it was given to you by a relative who was well off but has passed away.
That's not how that. Excuse me. I don't think that's how that works. They can't just direct deposit into you. So, like when that case happens, they hand you a check or they hand you like a money order or something. Right? Like you can't just here's money into a bank.
Yeah, but in his scenario, that's how it happens.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that then. I have it, right? So I have it. Not. Is that it? Is that the question? Like what would we do?
You have it. So from this point, what do you do for the next 5 years?
Nothing. I just pay off everything that I had, right? That I'm making payments for off, and just keep living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do specifically?
I'd pay off my house, the car, the solar panels. I think that's all I have that I'm making payments on. I think. And then,
what I'm asking, so just so that you understand what I'm asking, I'm not asking like if you would do things for people or who you would do them for. I'm asking what would you do specifically for yourself?
I'm telling you.
For the next 5. Okay, yeah, I know you started with the house and the car, but I'm just laying the groundwork. Like, what would you do specifically for yourself for the next 5 years? You already started with paying off your house and your car.
Yeah. And then the house upgrades, like the fence I wanted, replace the windows with like demon proof windows, so it doesn't matter what hurricane dares to show its face, and I don't have to board up my windows. Like that type of windows, right? Like like indestructible, like just put Kevlar on my window.
Nokia makes them.
Yeah, like those old Nokia phones, I want to make a window out of that. Right? And
My question to that though is like, what if you need to jump out the window?
I shouldn't have made the choices in my life to get me to the point where I need to jump out of a window, Randall. Right?
Okay.
That's my fault. That's my bad. If I get,
What if a portal opens up and a monster comes through, and you can't get through the door?
Then I'm dead. Right? I fight until I die. Like what? That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Okay.
That's it. I'm not here to try to like, oh, I want to live until I'm 2000. If that's my moment to die, I'll die. If not, that thing's dying. Right?
Okay.
I'm not worried about that, Randall.
All right. So Kevlar infused windows.
Yeah.
That's it?
No, actual batteries, because right now my solar panels just feed into the grid.
Mhm.
I'd like to have like the battery on the side of the house, right? So then if the lights go out,
So
everyone
like
will be
the
like,
Tesla battery.
yeah. So I can hold the charge, like if the lights do go out, right? Everyone's like, oh no, I don't have light, and I'm like, I can't hear you over my internet, right? Or I can't hear you over my gaming, right? Things like that. I don't know what else for myself. That nothing much. I paid off everything else. I just keep working. With that, I'll be able to like afford hiring people like editors for the channel, maybe a social media presence of some sort. I don't know how much that would run, but I have the cash to hire people, so I do that. And
I heard you say just briefly that you would work, so you would stay working.
yeah,
So at that point, it's just for what? Just to keep your skills up.
I mean, I like coding, so I mean, and yeah, I can code on the side, but why would I? I don't know. I like to code, and I like to code for work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm done with work, I play, right? Or do this, or entertain. I mean, just 23 gajillion people watching and listening to this. And you're like, whoa, what's that number? That's how many people listen to this. That means people are replaying it. I don't know. That's how high the views are. So they had to make a new label on YouTube because like we've never had gajillions. Well, now they do. So that's it. I don't know. I don't buy more land, I guess. I don't know.
I'm guessing you've never like actually thought about this.
No, because I progress slow. I progress slowly and adjust as I go. I don't need to like 20 millions. No, I'm not at millions level. When I get my first million, then I'll be like, okay, now let me start backing up. What's the big picture here? Diversify my bonds, right? And then do appropriate stuff. I'm not at that. I don't have that kind of cash. Everything's that, you can plan as much as you want, but until you have it, you can be like, right? When I have this, okay, what's going to get you there? The little money you got now. So I'm focusing on what the little money I got now to get me there, right?
Yeah.
So what do I do with it?
I feel you.
Moves. I don't know. I'll sort this out so I don't have payments and then buy another house or something, rent that out, increase the amount of income, right? I don't know. Basically, I'm going to be the one basket and all the money's going in there, Randall. All of it. I'm going to own the city, Randall. It's going to be Gotham.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Not even he will help you.
That being said, Brizzle, what about you?
Probably pay everything off as well. Probably leave my job so that I can hire a film crew and then start my own documentary where I just go to different parts of the world and record like music in that world and the culture, and then every episode would end with me making music with people from that area.
See, this is why I like asking questions like this. See, I never knew that's something he wanted to do.
Yeah,
I would have never thought of that in a million years and say, yeah, Brian wants to do that.
I want to do like an Anthony Bourdain kind of show, but with music.
Oh, nice. You have to think of a nice
Um,
name and call it like Selection or something.
I can just call it Beats Me.
That works.
Do
This
you
week
have
beats
places
me.
in mind off the top of the dome where you want to go?
Brazil,
I
definitely.
probably have like some kind of So from here, I'd probably go downward. So South America, Brazil would be probably the first place I'd go from there, and then just kind of work around the globe.
Brian's saving the best for last. He's gonna make sure that Europe is the last place he goes, so he can just be with his friends and things. You go
Let me
wake
tell
up.
you that
Oh, go ahead.
it's gonna be the best episode.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's not gonna make a song. He's gonna be wilding out the entire episode.
It'd be cool.
Where you from, bruv?
I don't think this far ahead or not, but it would be cool if I brought like a producer or something with me. So like me and Pharrell are going places. Because I mean he seems like a pretty down to earth kind of person that would be interested in this kind of thing. Or wherever I go, I just link with like
A person
like
from
a
there.
yeah,
So you're gonna do.
and then they take me around as well.
So you're doing comedians in cars getting coffee, but beat makers
with-
making or
Mix with music
producers.
and mix that with Anthony Bourdain the way he did his show.
Yeah.
And then after I do a tour or whatever, the documentary break it up into episodic bits. Maybe try to sell that to like a streaming service, and then whatever money I have left, I'll go home and I save that, and then I find a job I like, and then just pretend it didn't happen.
And then pretend it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Hey, aren't you the guy from Beats Me? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Or you just say Beats Me and walk away.
Yeah. How's it go?
I think at that point you would be like famous, so you wouldn't be able to just nonchalant like unless you went somewhere secluded.
That's true.
Because I'm like, you gotta think of like as you're going to these different places, the amount of fans that you're gonna build up is just gonna be ridiculous, especially when you start collabing with other producers, like you said.
The other idea, which I could add on to this right after, that I had since like high school, was to make like a rec center in, I guess, Orlando or anywhere, but for music. It's like, there's like, community basketball court. It's just studio sesh for the kids,
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, that's going to be quite the upkeep because you'll need to have
Yeah.
like security there to like keep the shit there. Because that's expensive equipment people just
Yeah.
walk in and use. You'd have to, I guess, maybe you can just have it scheduled out. Like, people, hey, I'll schedule it for this session for like a day or something or a night.
For free?
I mean, what am I going to charge broke kids that want to make music?
That's cool.
That's about it, though. And then buy Gotham.
Whoa,
So you gonna buy Anthony's city?
It's not for sale.
The job I end up having after I do all this, I'm just a bridge reviewer.
That bridge looks pretty steady, steady. It's pretty steady. My fucking Peaky Blinder.
That would be the 5-year time lapse, I guess.
That's quite the. You know how the people do like those funny. What did they do after the movie? And this guy turns out to, and his Brian says he became a bridge reviewer, and it's just a picture of you going like this in front of like some other bridge.
You call this a bridge? I don't think so.
Yeah, look at that. How much weight can it hold? Huh? That's nothing. All right, Randall, what would you do with it besides link Pornhub?
What? No. What would I do? Well, I think like the first step is like everyone else is to pay everything off, which isn't much. I don't think. Yeah, I don't really have anything to pay off. Now that I think about it.
Better say you paid off your car already, so.
I just flexed. I mean, I have my second Bugatti coming in. I already paid for overnight shipping.
Yeah,
so.
he's ready. Yeah, he's good to go on that.
I picked the submarine package for it.
What the fuck is a submarine package?
It turns into a submarine.
Okay.
Well, the Bugatti turns into a sub. Wow.
You know how much that would fucking cost?
It doesn't matter to him. He paid it off.
Oh. Damn.
Before the 5.4.
Oh shit! So now he can get two of them. And
So yeah. Well, I guess my paying off would be like helping people, but for me, um, I think I would take every art course I could possibly find, like all of them.
Randall, that'll take a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah, it would.
But you wouldn't
But
want.
by the end of it, I'd be the baddest artist ever.
But you want to get the art. You don't want it. Okay, let me back up. You that just like threw my brain for a spiral. You don't want all the art ever. You want what's progressing, right? Like you don't want to waste time on art lessons that are like we don't use this anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I say I would take courses or lessons, I mean like from the best in the world, not just like something I found online. I mean, like I would take courses from like lead artists that work at like ILM and Weta Digital.
I'm going off genie logic. Like when what you just told me, I would as a genie, I'd give you books on like the first Maya, and be like, here, learn, and you're gonna be like, what? And
Nah,
I would have been
nah.
like, you said every art, you said all of it.
No, no artists, not art. Every artist,
Oh,
like
then
art courses that are taught by legendary artists.
my bad. I'll back up.
Like me.
Never mind.
So I would literally I've thought about this several times. It's like I mean, aside from the clothing line and the media company, um, I've always thought about what I spend a large majority of my time doing, and it would be perfecting my craft to the point where like I wouldn't feel vulnerable about doing anything. I
Mm.
could do stuff from like draw something on a computer to sculpting the next Michelangelo. Like
And then just
I
going
would
in on your OnlyFans.
painting. Like, yo, is this dude related to Bob Ross? Is
Whoa,
that another
whoa,
Sistine
back,
Chapel?
back up.
I'm serious. That's how like I would hit every medium of art, man, and I will make sure that I'm like really good,
But
man.
Randall,
Like really,
Bob Ross isn't just great artist. He's a great
I know
human being.
What you said, Randall, is blasphemy. I'm gonna let it slide this one time.
how how. I didn't say better than him. I said is he related, which means that I remind people my art reminds people of him.
I said what I said.
Okay.
It was blasphemous, Randall. Don't let it happen again.
That kind of hurts, it's, but hey, some people don't have faith in you. Gotta roll with the punches.
Randall, I am the punches. Right?
I'm the watcher.
I mean, he's not wrong, right? Like,
Yeah, man, I think I would do that. The one thing that's similar to like what Brian was saying was like because I am doing that, I would go to like different parts of the world and study art.
what's crazy is even with 5.4 million, I didn't hear camera or stream setup anywhere. So what are we doing? Right?
Well, I mean, like the camera thing is already secure.
Brian, you can stop
So,
biting your fucking fingers.
I mean, of course, I would still do the streaming thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I'm rich, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will focus on what I'm extremely passionate about, and that's art. And that would spill over into my clothes.
Okay.
I would we kind of talked about this. I would so I'm assuming what will probably happen is I would be a really good artist, like a great artist, very renowned, very legendary artist, and that stuff would spill over into my clothes, my fashion line, and also I would start a filming
OnlyFans.
studio. No,
My bad. I thought that's where you
a
were going.
filming studio that would compete and destroy Hollywood.
Yo, chill, Randall. You need you can't just go to war with them, right?
I wouldn't go to war. I would
That's what
not.
you just said.
Well, when I say destroy Hollywood, meaning like everything that I make would be about the art. would be about the craft. It wouldn't be about how much money can we make from this. It would be about the story.
Man, I'm sure there's a lot of production studios that start off that way, but then bills got to get paid.
And we will stay that way.
Okay. I'm just letting you know that there's some people that start off innocent that way, but then real life hits and they need to, they got bills to pay.
I don't doubt it. But I would strive to be. The moment that happens to my studio is the moment that I shut it down.
Okay. So, I mean, this is going to be recorded, Randall. So, like, if you
we've
hire
lost
anybody,
focus.
they're going to point at this video and be like,
I would give them a nice severance.
okay. Okay.
Severance.
I heard that's a really good show, too.
Severance. I would give them all a nice severance. Something where they could at least survive off of it for at least like 5 years.
I can work with your scouting director, like to find like places to shoot. And if there's a bridge in there, just let me know and I can evaluate it for you.
Bridge reviewer on deck, Randall.
I'll be hitting like, Brian, we got this action scene and I need a nice bridge.
I need my BR with me right now.
This dude knows every bridge located in the entire world and what it's made of and what it looks like. And like, this will be a perfect shot at this time of day when the sun is coming up, looking over the hills.
Bridge reviewer. Bruh.
It's a BDBR, dude. It's the Brian De La Rosa Bridge Review.
Easy. We're done here, right? We sold this. We have Beats Me, the bridge reviewer, right?
I'm gonna have to make my own podcast actually called a...
We Talking, yeah. What was I gonna say?
I feel like in your journey of accomplishing your goals, I just feel like deep in my bones that at some point you should start making wrenches. I mean, like,
okay, what I heard was custom, wrenches.
Yeah, like custom.
Like yeah, as in that's what you said? Wrenches?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Like custom made wrenches. Like,
what does that mean, Randall? Like,
I'm gonna have the one true wrench. I'm gonna have a wrench caliber.
You can just make the hilt of Excalibur and put it at the end of the wrench.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he should make like like a wrench that's like really expensive, and it's like custom made with wood from that can only be found in Japan on the hill of Mount Fuji, Naka.
This is how I'm gonna end my show. Beats Me. I'm gonna hire.
Yeah, I'm like, what was that pause, bro? What's going
on? I'm gonna. Last episode is in Norway, and I'm gonna have a bunch of people in Viking outfits, and it's a choir, and I'm gonna be on a mountain, and I'm gonna walk up the mountain, and I'm gonna pull wrench caliber out of the mountain.
All right.
And then it's gonna go to the audience of people watching me do this, and then they're like, "What is he doing?" And then the other guy's gonna look at the camera and go, "Beats Me," and then credits.
Oh man!
Watch out, Netflix. I'm just gonna put that. That's gonna be our ad for this fucking episode. Is that's ridiculous story? It's either that or Randall saying he's rich. Anyway, all right. Anything else, Randall?
Do you think it would change you guys?
Yes.
Really?
Randall, I've said this we're on episode what? 187?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You give me power, Randall, I will become the villain, right? What is the money but power, right?
Depends on how you use it, I guess.
Well, if I'm gonna make Gotham, right?
Well, we all know you're not gonna make Gotham.
Look at that, the naysayers already.
I mean, Gotham exists. It's called Queens.
You mean Detroit?
Yeah. Both of those.
It definitely will. I mean, it's a different lifestyle. Especially if I'm gonna be thinking of hiring people to do stuff for this already globally successful channel.
I found out. That's what I meant to tell you. I found out Saturday that Frank Gay sold his company.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's still going to be called Frank Gay, though.
Yeah, because you don't want to lose customers. So,
Is it the plumbing place?
yeah.
Mm.
You've seen the vans, Brian, around
You gonna
Florida.
buy it?
Who?
Randall.
With his
But
5.4
nah.
million? He's rich. The fuck he needs to do? That man said,
He's
Go
gonna
ahead.
stand on a fucking red Ferrari.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even his. He'll gift it to somebody and stand on the Ferrari. That's wild.
Yeah, I would never buy a Ferrari.
There's some that I would learn manual to drive it. I don't know how to drive stick, but there's some I would learn to drive stick to drive. There's some good looking cars. Anyway, but I'm more like a looks for cars. That it might not be faster than all the others, but I just like the look. I like the bodywork.
Pervert.
Yeah.
So you'll have some Ferraris in a garage.
No, I'm not. I'm not a multiple car dude. Like I one, right? I'll have
But
one Ferrari.
what if another one comes out that you really like?
I would sell the one I have if I like it more than the one I have. I'm not, because then that takes up more space. I mean, no, I'm good. I have one car.
You gotta make sure they all have gas.
Yeah.
So you're saying that what you're saying is that you'll stay in this house.
Yeah, maybe, right? Most likely, unless something comes up. Like if I want to get like a house in like Vermont or in Europe or some shit, and then cycle, right?
You gonna go from Vermont to Europe on a bike?
Yeah.
Impressive.
If you cycle fast enough, you won't sink.
Anthony, trust me. When it's raining, that's my daily trip.
But you know the science between rain running, right? You don't know cycle floating, right?
It's just stupid what you said.
I know, but all right. Yeah, I think that's it. I'd be the same dude, but with more money, right?
I look forward to having this conversation after these events happen.
What
I'm
events?
just gonna be on it. It's gonna be smoking a lot of meth. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
This guy.
What events?
The events that we just mentioned.
Oh, when I wake up and I have 5.4. Why 4?
Maybe not necessarily waking up to it and you not knowing about it, but one day you will wake up and there would be that amount of money in your bank account, but it would just, the difference would be not that somebody just, a dead relative gave it to you, but you earned it. The point is that
by
it
starting
would
a
be there.
crime mob family in the city of Gotham.
No,
becoming the most
crime doesn't
notorious.
pay. Didn't
Oh.
Have you not seen the dudes in the hospital?
You mean with the medical bills?
Yeah,
That's
but
how.
you have to
That's
let
how.
Luther, though.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. To answer your question, I mean, I think it'll be the same, but who knows? I can't tell the future. I can't. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode. Unless you guys have something else to say. Randall, what are you doing this week?
What'd you say?
What are you doing this week?
Oh, working, getting back in the gym.
Oh, nice.
And that's about it.
Okay. Brian, what you got?
I gotta do more course stuff. I gotta find time to work on the song for this month. Wednesday. There's so many variables in what we call life on Earth. But on Wednesdays, I can without a doubt tell you that we're gonna be playing some. And then on Thursday, it's just more. That's another course day, and Friday's more melty, and then weekends open.
Lit. Okay. As for myself, I got Tunic tomorrow. Been progressing through that, loving it so far. Wednesday, as Brian said, we're gonna be playing most likely Wonderlands, unless the multiplayer shits on us. Then we'll like quickly hotfix and change to Extraction or something. Then Thursday, more Lego Skywalker Saga. And that's it for the week. And this has been the ADLR Podcast. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both, neither, thumbs up, commenting, all of the above. That's it. See you guys next week. Bye.